This is probably the question I always answer, and the question that's always on my mind, because I work in development, the spiritual development of people, and I always watch my students very closely to see how engaged they are in spiritual development and following this path correctly, or whether they are simply using spiritual development. And there are many people like that too. Well, understandably, of course, they had difficult lives. No one taught them how to live correctly. Many suffered, many grieved, many were destroyed. And then, having learned that there is such a thing as spiritual development, thanks to which one can solve all earthly problems and reach a higher level of life and evolution, of course, many people use spiritual development. This is always evident. You might ask, does spiritual development help such people? Of course it does. I can say that the Creator also understands you. Not only do I understand you, but the Creator understands you too. And He understands that first you must be convinced that spiritual development truly helps in all aspects of life. Exactly, that's exactly it. And when the Creator turns His attention to you in certain aspects of your life, helping, solving those problems, you see that yes, it probably works. You definitely need to believe in it. You need to continue working on it. That is, the higher spiritual divine hierarchy arouses your interest in spiritual development, because you understand that man is material and only matter can captivate him. And as many say, what's in it for me? Your life will be good. You will be yourself. You'll simply be, because you might not even exist. Now, many people are living out their final lives and leaving this world forever, but you will at least be alive. Yes, perhaps you'll be born again, perhaps you'll reach a high level, not here, not on Earth, but on more advanced spiritual planets, perhaps even that. But you see, spiritual development is life itself. It's not like, I'll put on this hat, let everyone see that I'm developing spiritually. Or I'll put on this dress or some kind of floor-length robe, some kind of cassock, and everyone will see that I'm developing spiritually. That's the game. That's the game, my friends. But spiritual development is the true state of human life. When you live in a true inner state, your own, your natural, when you are not playing at anything, when you are not afraid of anything, when you are not serving anything, but you are happy with the knowledge you have, the understanding you have, the inner freedom, you understand that nothing can intimidate you. You are not even afraid of death. You don't understand this death. You accept it. You understand it. And when it comes, you'll be ready to accept it. And that's the state. Spiritual development, my friends, is the foundation of human life. You've all come here with one purpose, spiritual development. But what in turn does spiritual development reveal to a person? Oneself. It reveals his potential, his abilities, his humanity, his identity, his individuality. It opens your soul, of course, thanks to knowledge. Without knowledge, nothing can exist. Knowledge expands your consciousness. Collected knowledge is consciousness. And your mind begins to see, feel, and think with the thoughts of a higher mind, the Creator. And you understand that you are not just a human, but a God human. You are a person who was, is, and will be forever. Everything that surrounds you is there so that you, as a person, can open up, explore further into new worlds, onto new planets of a more developed spiritual culture, where you can discover even more of what was originally implanted in you by the highest Creator. Yes, many people play at spirituality. Many people smile so casually these days, but they feel no joy within. They say pleasant, perhaps not quite correct words, but there is no feeling there. We see that many people are turning into non-humans, biological robots. soulless biological robots. They've learned to do some kind of work and they do it, but there are no feelings. There are no feelings in them, no state, no soul, no intention, no delight, no joy in what you say, joy, do, or think. But a person is God. He is the creator. He is love. And when a person lives a life without love, the life of a robot, then they are no longer humans. And you know how a person has lost their nature, their natural resource, their individuality, their personality, and identity. And now, my friends, many people are already living in this state. Spiritual development will no longer help them. They will never be able to engage in it. They don't even want to play it, and they never will, and they can't anymore because the souls are no longer there, and even if they are, they only work for the system. As a rule, there are people of the system, people who work within the system, and they work for the system. And spiritual development is a truly elevated, joyful state. It's a state of possibility. When you know you can do anything, you fear nothing. You control yourself and your life. You are happy with who you are. You are happy with what your nature is, and perhaps with the state that lives within you, a divine state, a divine presence. You feel it within yourself every minute, and it's with this state that you feel the entire world.